Alright, bring it. Go on, King.
Yeah, I can't stand these heathens, man. Seriously, it's getting to that point now. Powerful speaking though, brother. Still, your part. But yeah, man. What's been happening in the last week? Yeah, I'm gonna bring out the news that's been happening in the last week or so. You know. Yeah, and it's perilous times, like always, you know. Like everyone needs to come and wake up, you know. Like the heathens are gonna get their judgment too. Like we was going into, can't be joined hand in hand with these heathens, you know. They sit there all day like bums. God, shut up!
Only
go
one,
over there,
only one. God,
you heathen.
only one. God, only one.
Well, yeah. So this is what we got to deal with in captivity, you know. And another woman just come up and gave them more food. You know what I mean? Like they're just sitting there. People are coming up giving them food, you know. So yeah, they're gonna get their time, innit? Straight up.
Bro, famine's coming soon, so I doubt they're gonna be giving them any more food.
That's it, man. Come move over here. This is dripping. A lot's been happening, you know, in the last week. You know, obviously, I'm gonna start off with in like America, North Carolina, like in the hospital systems. Basically, I think it was like 175 staff members were fired because they didn't take the poison, you know. And they had 5 days to basically confine with it, and they didn't. So yeah, they ended up coming in losing their job. So yeah, like, and that's happening in New York as well now. So it's like, you know, if you ain't taking the bee sting, then yeah, that's it, man. No jobs, no jobs, you know. But yeah, like, what's it? Another one, like, what's it? NBA players in America. Some of them are saying they ain't gonna take the poison, and they're basically what they're saying to them is if they don't take it, then they won't get paid for their games, basically. And they're not allowed to play certain home games.
Do you wanna ask a question?
You know what I'm saying?
No, extremes of this stuff.
So yeah, you know, it's coming, like, you know, you got the pro guys as well, like LeBron James and all that are pushing it and advertising it, and then you've got the other ones that are like, no, we're against it. And then they're asking why, they're like, oh, for personal reasons, I don't wanna say, you know? So yeah.
This is the book of Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11.
Bring it out.
In those days went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us not make covenant with the heathen.
Say that again?
Let us make covenant with the heathen.
And that's exactly what's happening. Like, so you got like the LeBron James and the Michael Jordan types, like coming on, and Denzel Washington and Morgan Freeman coming on the TV, like, yeah, like it's alright, you know, if you don't trust them, trust me and all that, you know. But this is those wicked men. Is there more than that?
But they that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have much sorrow.
That's it. So that's what I mean. If they don't confide, like Nick Cannon, what's it?
Wiley.
Wiley, they say something out, and the next minute, you know, things, you know, Nick Cannon, after he actually came out and apologised with some proper, you know, Esau sort of letter, like where he had to basically bend over for them. Otherwise they were going to stop all his accounts, and, you know, that's what they do. They put them on charges for like tax evasion and stuff like that. But yeah, sorry, go on.
So, that verse pleased them well. Then certain people were so forward herein that they went to the king to give them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen.
That's exactly what's happening.
Precept, King.
Yeah, go on, bring it out.
This is Sirach chapter 13 and verse 22. When a rich man is fallen, he have many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. The poor man slipped. Yeah, the poor man, slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. He spake wisely, and could have no place. So we're saying, look, when a rich man, he falls down, there's so many people to help him up. Like, what's his name? Who's that guy that went out with the Dashian girl?
Oh, Kanye.
Oh, that Fraggle. Alright? So that Fraggly guy, yeah? He went out with the Dashi girl, yeah? The plastic girl. The plastic girl, helped him out. Paid all his debts. He was in a $53 million debt. Paid his debt off. Made a business for him. Like a phone app thing. Called it the Dashi thing, and paid his debt off. And then now he's worth what? How many billion? He's worth billions now, isn't it? Alright? And he was in debt. So this is what they're saying. When a rich man is fallen, Sirach 13 and 22. When a rich man has fallen, he hath many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. He speak wisely, and could have no place. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They exalt it to the clouds. But if a poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
That's it. That's what happened. You know, so like all these men like that in this worldly system now, they will be classed as the rich men, you know, like the Bill Gates and them type of man there. Like, so when they say something,
the LeBron James,
and all the ones, so when they say
the wicked men of our nation,
people actually stop and listen.
The wicked men of our nation, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then, like you're saying, if a lowly man now, humble man, meek and with wisdom, starts telling the truth about what's actually happening, no one wants to hear.
Like what we were saying, like Wiley, for instance. You were saying about how, we're the Jews. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he said that.
And then if they go on and they say, the Jews, what's his name? The money team. What's his name? Mayweather. Yeah. My man say, we're the Jews of. Remember, he's got an interview saying we're the Jews, we're the true Jews, and that. You know what I mean? That they're saying the Jews come back here, the Jews left here black and come back white. Mentioning all them little Hitler, you know when you're in a Babe in the Truth, you start seeing them little posts about Hitler and the Arab, what's his name, the Egyptian general and all of that, Prime Minister, and then they start quoting these things. But wait, the Israelites have been out here from what? One West camps and that, telling them that we're the Jews and we're the Israelites. And now you don't want to hear nothing. Like, you not saying nothing about us, bro. You know what I mean? But when you got these damn celebrities starting to talk up, because they've been doing the sacrifices to Molech, they're not allowed to speak up for these things. Because like you said, the wicked men
made a device to them. Just like what we was going in earlier about the Nebuchadnezzar, and when he played the music and everyone has to bow down and worship. That's exactly what's actually happening, because before they bring out these big singles like all Beyonce's and them Cardi B type songs, they actually make sacrifices over them before they bring it out. Like I could bet you bottom dollar that they did that with like Thriller and Michael Jackson's music. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Billie Jean, all them music.
Do you know what I mean? So that's what's actually happening. Go and bring out.
Revelation 18 verse 3. For the nation have drink the wine of the wrath of the fornication. The king of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchandise of the earth are what? Which shows the abomination
abundance
of her
Delicacies.
Yeah, that's it, man. They're obviously that's what it is. If you confide with the system, you get looked after, innit? So you know what I mean. That's why all these stars and that have the money that they have and the lifestyles that they have, because they've confided with the system. So that's why I was saying just a minute ago, the NBA players, some of them are saying, no, I'm not taking that poison. But then they're like, all right, but then you're not going to get paid now, innit? Because that's your job to take it.
And remember the bowing down, remember the national anthem that you was talking about before? Yeah. A lot of them used to do the one knee thing. And put their head down and not.
And they'll get penalised.
Yeah.
They'll get penalised, and then they have to come out and say sorry and all of this. You know what I'm saying? But can you get me Revelation 13 and 16? 13 and 16. Yeah, go on, bring it out.
Ecclesiastes 7 verse 7. Surely oppression make a wise man mad, and a gift destroy the heart.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
That's it. You know, that's what's happening, isn't it? They're giving them the bag, isn't it? They open the bag, the man are gonna because that's what it is. Man can't serve two masters, isn't it? You can't serve the Most High and Mammon. You see what I'm saying? But go on, bring that out, King. And 6.
Wait, I love that scripture. Can I read that?
Wait.
Let me read. I love that scripture still.
Yeah,
Give me
bring that out.
This is Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and Mammon.
That's it. And like the scripture you brought out earlier about the boy, or was it a man? I'm not sure. When it said about you know, when Yahushua said, "Sell all your riches." You get me? He didn't want to do that, innit? So it's like it's one or the other, innit? You have a spiritual or you're carnal, innit? Carnal is this material world, this fleshly body, this, you know, the materialism, you know. But then the spiritual doesn't want none of that. The law is spiritual. So if anything's going against the law, we don't want no part of it. You get what I'm saying? Oh, bring that in.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16. And it calls all, both small and great, poor and free, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his hands and in his forehead.
So that's what's happening now, isn't it? Obviously, you've got even like your average person who just goes to work. They're saying, yeah, look, you need to get the poison now, you know? Obviously, it hasn't been pushed to that extent yet, but they're trialing it in America and they're trialing it in Australia. Once it works out there and most people confide, they will bring it over here. You see what I'm saying? And then no matter what, whether you're rich, like we're talking about, the richest or the poorest, you all have to confide.
And that no man might buy or sell, see that he that has the mark or the name of the beast.
So yeah, no matter what, even if you're rich or poor, you're still gonna have to go through the system to get what you need.
That's right.
So, you know.
Or the number of his name.
Yeah, that's it.
Go 14 and 8.
14 and 8.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 8. And they followed us another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, it is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
That's it. So even the whole Babylon system. No, the whole Babylon system has been built up on blood, sweat, tears, and just turmoils, lamentations and woes of our people. So it's just built in iniquity. So anything that they push is to just enhance the sin and iniquity upon our people.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of power, which is poured out without mixture onto the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, and in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb.
So you confide in this system and you start standing up for this image of the beast. You're screwed. You're screwed totally. And really, the other nations, we don't care about that. They've got their judgment anyway. But we're calling Israel to wake up, man. I mean, surely most Israelites, even the Gentiles, like, you know, there's that spirit in them, innit? They know that this is not right, innit? You know, you got them wicked ones too, like you brought out in First Maccabees. They like this system, you know. They follow after the heathens of the other nation. But then obviously you've got them ones like us before we was even in the truth. There was always something in us that made us think, yeah, like something like. That's why it says, yeah, always felt like that. Yeah, strive unto the truth until death, and that's what we've done, innit? We've found the truth now, and now what's that scripture? Whoa, we brought it out. Whoa, yes, please.
9:16. First Corinthians 9:16.
Yeah, First Corinthians 9:16.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory in. For necessity is laid upon me. Woe unto me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel.
See, so we're out here, we're not trying to glorify ourselves. We're giving all glory to Yahweh.
Hashem, Yahushua.
Right. You know, so, you know, and when we teach, we're trying to wake everyone up, innit? And woe to us if we're not teaching. You know, like every day precept should be running through your mind. You know, anytime you speak to someone, like you should bring it out if you can. You know, withhold not the word in due time. You know, but yeah, like. You got a precept? Go on, bring that out, Kate. Bring that out.
Numbers 35, verse 33.
That's it, bring it out.
So he shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for the blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed with the blood. That is the shed the blood herein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
That's it. So this land is defiled. Yeah, there's no cleaning this land until the wicked blood be spoiled, and that goes back to the days of Genesis.
Isaiah 24.
It's been like that since, ever since.
Isaiah 24
the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. You know. Got another precept? Or?
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24. Chapter 24, verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languishes and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the law, changed the ordinance, broke the everlasting covenant.
So that's it.
Keep.
You know?
Yeah, one more.
Verse 6. Therefore hast thou cursed thy first on the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
Exactly, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Few righteous ones left, man, to stand up for this thing.
That's it, man. And when, you know, that's the only way this place can get purged is by the blood, isn't it, of the wicked, man. So yeah, that's coming. Still, that's coming. And though it tarry, you know.
Wait for it, man.
What's it? Another thing now, America. What's it? The west side of America, the docks. There's been a massive backlog. Like they're saying it's like, on the news they're saying it's like 40 to 60 boats, but on the video I see, it looks like hundreds, nearly up to 1,000 boats waiting to dock, you know what I mean? So then, you know, famine's coming soon, man. You can get me a second edge 6 and 22 from the shop. So yeah, it's only a matter of time before the stores stop, you know, filling up. And there's the same thing out there with the drivers as well. Like, you know, the drivers, because of the big backlog now, there's like a supply and demand higher. So you know,
and on the shores, the fishes are dying out.
Yeah.
All right, we're seeing it more and more on these certain places.
Yeah.
We're prophesying this on the Nazarite news for years now, man, about fish getting wiped out.
Yeah, what's it? There was Canandoa in Bolivia. Loads of catfish just literally flooded up, like, you know, catfish as well, you know, like unclean fish. But yeah, like just dying out. You want to bring that one out?
And I got
the
fish.
You want to bring yours up?
No, go on. Yeah, I got one after him for the fish.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown place appear on sown, and shall appear on sown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
And that's what's going to happen, isn't it? Like, well, right now it's this abundance of things, you know, it's slowly dropping and that, but this society, the whole Western society, has just been indulged in all sorts, you know, so eventually the storehouses are going to stop, and from that's it, that's the beginning of sorrow. You know, it's been prophesied for many years. The prophets were prophesying back then. We're in the last seconds now, man. Oh yeah, do you want to bring out your precept?
Yeah, this is the book of Revelations, chapter 16 and verse 3. And the second angel poured out his veil upon the sea, and it became as the blood of a dead man, and every living soul died in the sea. You see that? And the third angel, the third angel poured out his veil upon the rivers and fountains of water, and they became blood. So yeah, man, these things are going on. Red waters, the fishes, all the souls in the sea dying off. These is talking about the seals, man, being unleashed, man. And we're coming up to these revelation times, bro. All right, times, and the dividing of time. So we're in these last seconds, we're all, bro.
Yeah.
The guy in the car was like, "Oh, when is Babylon gonna be destroyed?" Bro, measure the time diligently, man. All right, be in the spirit of prophecy, man. Like, get to know, as in the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be, man. Look around for the wicked people to be more weddings, more parties, more bullshit, and not keeping the wisdom and knowledge of what's going on around him. That's what you gotta be careful for, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's like that brother that come up earlier, like obviously, hopefully he hearkens and that, but again, he was at a birthday party last night, you know what I mean? Like, and that's where they get us, man, with these heathenistic customs.
That's right,
know?
that's
like,
right.
You know, Christmas,
teach
birthday,
up.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and then, you know, Jake is one of the worst when it comes to birthdays. Like, you know, I want to take off weeks off work for a birthday and that. Like, oh, it's my birthday. Yeah, like, you know.
The whole damn week.
Yeah, man.
Not even a day, no.
Yeah. So, that's how they're getting us, man.
I'd mommy push you out every damn day of the week. It was one day,
yeah, man. Like I said, the fishes, they're washing up. You know, that's in Bolivia. It's been happening all around still. Like certain places, the fish is just washing up, you know. But yeah, what's it? On to Spain now. Spain, that volcano in Palma Island. Right now, just know it's still flowing, isn't it? Like lava's flowing. So it's literally it's madness still. Like if you look at the pictures, it's crazy, and it's not. Nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop that. You know, like Baba Bashar, get me a Nahum 1 and 5 to 6, please. Baba Bashar.
This is the book of Nahum. This is the book of Nahum, chapter 1 and verse 5. The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence. Yet the world and all that dwell therein. Who can stand before the indignation? Question mark. Who can stand before the indignation? Question mark. And who can abide in the furnace of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what it looks like when you actually look at these pictures. It looks like the Most High is literally pouring out fire, but no one can stop this.
That's right.
Michael 1 and 3 to 4. Yeah?
No one can stop this. Second Ezra's, is it 16 and 5? Second Ezra 16 and 5.
Yeah, 1 and Michael 1 and 3.
Yeah.
And finish on 4 from the shop.
Yeah, bring it out, quick with the swords. Second Ezra 6 and 5. 16 and 5.
That's exactly what this one's going to do. Brother, same thing. 16 and 5. Second Ezra 16 and 5.
Plague are sent unto you, and what could that be that make driving them away? May any man deliver drive away on hungry lion in the hood are anyone quench the fire in stubborn when it had begun to burn.
That's it. So no one, like I said, no one can stop the lava. There's no, water or planes or, there's no ESA device that can stop this lava from flowing. And basically now it's eventually reached the ocean. You know what I mean? So, and it's destroying everything along the way. Literally, it's destroying loads of buildings, and it's just, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Still, go on, bring that up the shop.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 1 and verse 3. For behold, Yahweh coming forth out of his flame, and will come down and turn upon the high place of the earth, and the mountain shall be molten under his feet, under him, and the valley shall be cleft, and as wax before the fire, and as water that are poured down the steep places.
And that's what it is. That's what that big wax melting. It's just taking out everything along the way. And who can quench that fire? You know, no no one can quench that fire. You know what I'm saying?
Said something about memory.
But the Most High, and He sent it. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, what's it? So yeah, that's still going. That's been a good, like, maybe a week now. That's been flowing. Yeah, through the whole of Palma in Spain. There's another volcano that's erupted in Hawaii called Kilauea, I think that's called. If you don't mind getting me Psalms 97 and 4. Sure. So yeah, another volcano in Hawaii that's going off, like, and that kind of, they've been waiting for that to go off. They know it was going to go off. It's been giving a lot of energy off lately, but that's another one now. Bring that up, Joe.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 97 and verse 4. His lightnings enlightened the world. The earth saw and trembled. The hills melt like wax at the presence of Yahweh, at the presence of the master of the whole world, of the whole earth.
Oh, so that's what I mean, yeah. That's what is going on right now, and with that as well, there's in India, in Gujarat, yeah, there was like a video of some mad lightnings going off, like
floods,
I'm talking like it looked like fireworks.
India's been getting floods
just going
for
off
weeks
crazy, like seriously.
Yeah. And Jamaica as well, more floods been hitting Jamaica, bro.
Crazy. And what's it? Another.
Have you seen that one in Jamaica where they try to get the motorbike? Because the motorbike's flowing down the river, and they tried to get the motorbike, and the motorbike taken by the man. Yeah, it's a madness, man.
But yeah, what's it? In Crete, in Greece, there's a 6.5 earthquake. Like bare videos showing like the whole thing just going off, like rattling cars, making cars come like move and all that, you know. And that's only a 6.5. That's in Greece. What's it? Yeah, in India as well. In another part of India, Baruch or something, heavy rain causing like roads and towns to flood. And in Maharashtra as well, so they're all two different towns in India. Like the brother was saying, India's getting their judgment. You've got Thailand as well, there's still flooding. Like, because last week there was, you know, in a certain place called Pattaya or something, it was badly flooding. I think the ocean as well is kind of like, you know, pushed through the town and all that. Yeah, go on, bring that up on the shop.
This is the book of Job, chapter 28 and verse 25. To make the way of the winds, and he weigheth the waters by measure. When he made a decree for the rain, and a way for the lightning of the thunder, then did he see it, and declare it, and prepared it. Yea, he searched it out. Most High is sending it across the four winds, you know, sending his water, his rain, his lightning, his thunder, all of the tempests that he said he's going to set forth, and he's not going to return until he waits.
That's another thing, the rain as well. The Most High brings the rain. But it's like, you know, certain countries are having droughts and that's because the Lord's withholding the rain. But then he's obviously flooding other parts as well. Do you know what I mean? So that's the decree that it's saying there. It's like, you know, I can't remember what book it's in, but it's talking about the sand and the ocean and how there's a barrier, there's a boundary. They don't. I can't get the word out. But yeah, they don't cross the boundaries. You know. So the sand and the sea, that's the border of it. You know. So when like now, for example, in Thailand, no, not Thailand, India, it's the seas overflowing, the bounds, like the boundary, that's the Most High. All day long. You got another one? Yeah, go on, bring that out.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 66 and verse 5. Come see the works of power. He is terrible in his doing towards the children of men. He turns the sea into dry land They went through the blood on foot. We rejoice in him. He ruleth by his power forever. His eyes behold the nations. Let not the rebellious exalt themselves. That's
it. And so when he says his eyes behold the nation, that's why certain countries are going through droughts and that, you know? Certain countries are, the Lord's holding back because obviously it's a wicked, it's his judgment. That's how he judges the earth. Just like he made spirits for vengeance. Do you see what I mean? So that could be either water, volcano, fires, you know what I mean? Storms, all sorts of things. Go on, bring that up.
The book of Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet blow in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall any evil in the city, and the Lord, the hour, have not done it?
Calm. That's it. Calm. Beautiful precept.
Hey,
so yeah.
I've got some videos, right? Understand? You know these videos that they send you, these carnal-minded. You know what I mean? I mean like a football group or whatever. And they be putting some damn folly in this group, man. You know the world of like Judah, Benjamin, and Lee, like, bro. And I gotta put it. I gotta show you, because you know what I mean. While we're doing what we're doing on the righteous side, bro,
on the left, there's
some things that I'm noticing, bro, and it's wild, man. It's wild. I know we just watch the media, little Nas, and see these things. Alright, it's mad, right? But, bro, amongst the minds of the people, bro,
that's causing our people to come up. That's causing our people to go astray. Same way. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, man.
So look,
that vodka.
Yeah, look. She's there. They got the woman drinking the vodka, and she's out of her. You know what I mean? She's out of it. Look at that. She looks like she's possessed, bro. Evil spirits. And look, some corruption, bro. Got her there on the floor doing wickedness, man. Look, there's another one.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
There's another one here. Look.
And you know,
where you see
die from that as well. You know that, innit?
Yeah.
There's been a few people like Esau's and that'll die from that.
They do that stuff. Look, and this is them. Look, partying. All right, giving in wine. And this is how Benjamin do, man. This is how they do, like. Man's got the woman in the tree, bro.
Man's acting like
a damn animal.
Like a flipping monkey. This is what I'm saying. And that's why
they're wise to do evil, man.
Other nations wag their head when they walk past us because they see stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's madness. Madness.
And that's what Jake be doing. That's why it says, how do you know that these are the end days, bro? And you look Israelites moving like that, moving mad, and they're meant to be righteous and holy, bro.
And then broadcasting it to the world.
That's why these people here, the lowest of the lowest, are on the floor and they're still laughing at us, man.
Yeah, man. Wagging their heads. That's what I'm saying. Oh, bring that
the book of Isaiah 5:20. Woe be unto them that call evil good, and good evil, and put darkness to light, and put
light for
darkness, and put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter.
That's the perfect precept for what you just showed there, because you know, man are getting turned up by that.
Jeremiah.
I don't know about the first video, but the second one.
Jeremiah as well, man.
Yeah,
where he says, among my people, I found wicked men, man.
Yeah, that's it. More wicked.
I mean?
They could be more wicked than the actual heathen.
That's chapter 5, isn't it?
You know what I mean?
Right,
man, I've got a couple more as well. There's a tornado and hailstones in China, Yuntai, in Shandong province. Can you get me a 30, Isaiah 30 and 30 off the show?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 30. And Yahweh shall cause his glorious voice to be heard, and shall show the lightning down on his arms, with indignation of his anger, and with flames of the dividing fire, the devouring fire, with scattering and tempest and hailstones.
Yeah, that's it. So that's the Most High's anger. When he does this thing, when like he brought out just then, if it shall a trumpet be blown, and who shall not be afraid?
Exactly.
When these things happen, it's his anger. How can you not be afraid?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures, this is life. This is truth, man. You can't get anything else. Like no other shall want her mate. That's why we need to keep in these commandments. Keep the scriptures, find them, you know, post them up on your wall, keep them in your head all day. So that when you see this thing, because it's hard, I'm out there, you know, I'm out there, I work every day, you know, and it's like I see what's going on in the world, I see how these heathens look at me and look at Jake. And
me too,
do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's hard, man, and then you've got these people, you've got these harlots, heathens and Eve, dressing like they might as well have just got out of the shower. You know what I mean? And then,
bro,
you know,
they're gonna need someone to take away that reproach soon. So
man.
just hold fast, bro. Precept, King.
Go on, bring that out, King.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
For thy almighty hand that made the world of matters without form, wanted no means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions or unknown wild beasts full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents of scattered smoke, or shooting horribly sparkles out of their eyes. Wherefore not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them. So yeah, man, that's the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It's gonna bring things, and that's gonna just utterly cause a heart attack, man. Destroy them just by seeing them things there. At the power of the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. I got another one quickly in Luke. And
they tried, you know, like when I was young, they used to bring up these Greek mythology things about like Medusa and all that.
And the Kraken and
yeah, like so when you look at her, she turns you to stone and that. You get me? So they get all this from the scriptures. You see what I'm saying?
This is Luke. This is Luke 21 and verse. Well, we start at 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexities, the sea and the waves warring. Now that's when you're going into the book of Joel, chapter 2, right? And it talks about, you know what I mean? It put his spirit upon all flesh, signs upon the sun, blood moons, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Acts as well, Acts 2:19 to down on, you know what I mean? Talking about the signs and the stars and the heavens, right? And it's saying here now, Luke 21 and verse 26, men's hearts failing them, right, for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, like Leviathan, like we read, new beasts, eyes are gonna like they get that from Superman, bro. Eyes that got beams and that bring out tempests and that, bro. Yeah, imagine like like fire breathing dragons and that, like Leviathans and that, fire breathing.
The thing that mash up the torpedo, the submarine.
Yeah, Leviathan and that, yeah. And it says, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. So they didn't even see the Heavenly Father yet. They've already started to be scared and terrified just by the things that are coming before you. So imagine when they see Yahweh Shai, bro. All right, Revelations 1 and verse 7.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Exactly. That's it.
Even so, a man.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, now imagine that. This is the last thing I'm about to go on as well. Is exactly what we've just touched on there. A massive dust or sand-looking cloud covered the whole sky in Brazil, in Franca, yeah, with winds up to 60 miles per hour, and there hasn't been any rain in that part for ages. I don't know how long, but that's what they're saying, yeah. And it's like it was like a desert sort of gust wind, and it covered the whole sky for as far as you could see. So Baba Kashan, yeah, get yours after as well. 147 Psalms and 7. 147 and 7. Baba Kashan.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 7. Sing! Sing unto Yahweh with thanksgiving. Sing praises upon the harp unto our power. Who covers the earth, covers the heavens with clouds, and prepareth rain for the earth. Who maketh grass to grow upon the mountain.
So that's it. So, you know, that the Lord's been holding back the rain from this country, from Brazil. You know what I mean? And now the cloud that's come over, it looks crazy still. It looks crazy. But yeah, you want to bring that up?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
And behold, when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of air, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell to the earth, even as the fig tree casteth its untimely fig, when she is shaken of the mighty wind. Yeah, so obviously, because you know that we're in the last days in the times of Revelation, all the seals are now being released. So all of these plagues and these tempers and everything is going on. Hence why Revelation chapter 6 and verse 1, the Most High is telling you that the angels are holding back the four winds. But we know, bit by bit, the seals are being loosed.
Chapter 7.
It's like chapter 7 and verse 1. We know that the seals are being loosed bit by bit. And the Most High is giving us that time, the time dividing the time. And obviously the second Ezra 9 and 1 measure the time diligently into the soul. So that's why we give praises to the Most High. We praise and honor God to Yahweh that we can discern the time that we're in right now.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Revelation.
That was it on with me.
Alright, just on that Revelations, just bring that out, King. Revelations chapter 19 and verse 10.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 10.
Alright, get second Ezra.
And
16
I
and 6.
fell at his feet.
Second Ezra
worshiped
16.
him. And he said unto me, see thou and do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren. I have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship power. For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
Exactly. Alright? Yeah. So yeah. We're going to close out. When you're closing out scriptures, bring it out, bro.
Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 66. What will ye do? For how would ye hide your sins before power and his angels? Behold, power himself is the judge. Fear him. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquity. To meddle no more with them forever. So shall power lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble.
This is the book of Psalms, 132 verse 11. Yahweh has sworn in truth unto David. He will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon thy throne. If thy children will keep my covenant and my testimony, that I shall teach them, their children also shall sit upon thy throne forevermore.
Yeah, and on that, I'm going to close out. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahar, Rakah, Kadash. Shut
up, bless the kingdom forever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Nah.
Madness.